Thursday. Candy. Let me get over here and see if I can't figure out what I'm doing in the med scientist department. What I was wanting to do is to have a compact unit and save space. And this ain't nowhere near compact of anything. By the time I get a bucket under that, oh buddy. I've read a lot of things. I've heard one guy say they put a that pump down there in a 5-gallon bucket, never had any problems with it whatsoever. But he didn't say if he welded 8 hours a day either. Let me pull some of this out and see what's in that thing, because that's what I got on my mind, and if that's too full, I'm going to get that one up there. See how that plan goes. Let me dig this thing out. Old magazines. Yeah, that's just what I need, the old magazines. I need to throw all that out. Yeah, that'll fit right on there. Ain't nothing subcompact about that. Let me think some more on this jewel. Got more cores out here, but that's a triple core, but it's probably foobarred. Oh yeah, water got down in there, it froze and busted. That's a goner. Damn. Could use them. Dougie, you remember the hunting incident with Jim and Amber last year? Guess what? That's come up again. Somebody down there is wanting proof that that was paid. What a crazy crowd. I tell you what, when you deal with the government, Jim has all the receipts, court things and everything in a folder. And where they paid it, that woman told him on the phone, that ain't good enough. She wanted some kind of physical evidence, a copy of the money order. That's funny. They ain't got no copy of no money order, but should have got one, huh? I ain't throwing that away. That ain't crazy. Awful little line right there. That could be a big problem. Looks like 1/8. See if I can't run something through here and try and clean some of this crap out. This may not work. And they got this line crimped. Crimped there and crimped there. So if I unsolder this, you still got a big ridge there on both sides. Although I could cut some of this fins out and pull this line out a little bit. Maybe. Getting slimed. Let's see if I can't pump some slime out. That's pretty slimy. I'm gonna run some suds through there and see if I can't get rid of some of that slime, like that's going to clean anything, but it's better than nothing. And at the meantime, I'll make me a big slop hole here. Not wanting to go. There she goes. Too little of a line. All I need is something that would actually clean this stuff out. I don't think this is going to do it. I'm going to attempt to cut this line and bend it out a little bit. And you see that? I had this up edgeways in the bandsaw, and I had my hand under here and it trapped my hand between the vise, the back vise, and the saw was in a bind and cut off. The blade stopped rolling. I may get that out of there, but I did pay the price. Well, if we just come out of there. Don't want to play ball. Now, I need to go back in there without cutting my hand off. That hurt. And cut probably down to right there. I had the heater core up here like this. Had a free hand, and my hand got caught between the back of the vise and there. The thing stopped rolling. It was in a bind, and I had to reach down here with my other hand and cut the switch off, and then I had to pry my hand out from under there. Where's Jim when you need him? Alright, that baby's big enough now. Clean a little of that out of there. I hope I didn't damage that right there. That right there. And if I did, I could touch that with solder. A hose will go on there now. And that's big enough. Come on. What? Don't want to pump uphill? Losing a little bit right there. Right here in this bit. Well, I'll set you on the ground. Like that. Got a little crimp right there. I made fun of that guy's spitting he had in that pump yesterday as I cut it off and threw it in the garbage. And by God, I went back out there and had to find that in that garbage, because that's the only thing around here that was spit that. I couldn't find nothing. I'm gonna let this drain 2 or 3 times. it takes that water down fairly well. More than I thought. Jim was trying to brown that chicken last night before putting it under pressure. And when he pulled that piece up, I was laughing behind the camera. It was red. You couldn't tell if it was browning or what. Then when I cut the camera off, he started laughing. And when we cooked it, we knew it wasn't done because we stuck the thermometers in there. So we sat down to eat, and he gave me a piece beforehand, and I'm just sitting there shaking my head. Oh boy, that stuff was nasty, nasty. I'm talking about nasty. And Jim said it even soaked down in the meat. He couldn't eat it, but we picked the skin off and ate it anyway. You know, that was supper. And we did have a backup chicken, but you'd have to do all that over again, and probably we're going to have to dump that oil. And I said, well, we need Amber's ratings. We're going to have to see what she thinks, you know. So she didn't come up to eat. She was down at the house, and Jim fixed her a plate and brought it down there. And she says, what am I supposed to say? And Jim said, you say what you think what it is. But he told me just beforehand that she just was munching on that chicken. She said that sure is good. I'm sitting there, what? Oh man. She comes up from Wisconsin. They eat a lot of weird things up there, all I can say. That stuff was nasty. Well, I can see down in there. This coil's gonna have to come out of there. And it looks like the only thing holding it is these two screws. Pretty rusty. Only thing holding that in there? Gonna have to work for that. Yeah, buddy. This be the third bucket. And yeah, that's a little bit on the nasty. I don't know why. Been sitting down there in the garbage pile. Yeah, buddy. Let that finish, and I'll see if I can't do some spring cleaning. Okay, that's another bucket full. Now, let me see if I can't go try and clean this thing. A little more. Or either that or throw it away. I do got one down there that ain't been exposed to all of this, I reckon. I don't know. Well, that motor's held on by 4 screws. I could possibly get to them from here. The span needs cleaning. I'm wondering what's the possibilities of me getting this off without messing it up. Let me try this. Yeah. It's just like that other one. It comes right to the very end, and then it fights you with everything it's got. Let's see if I can't clean that baby up a little bit. 30 minutes later, it needed a good pressure washing. That's what it needed. Still a little black mold in the corner here and there and yonder. Alright, that's all she getting. Boy, it'd pay me just to fix the pressure washer. Man. Well, let's see. Harry, what color are we gonna paint the Maytag TIG Torch water cooler? Oh, we're gonna trip on this thing. I guess a good gray ought to do it. I still gotta find me a better pump. Yeah, be a job cleaning that. Alright, somebody's gotta do it. See if I can't get this off of here. Guess all these are going to be about the same. These appear to be a different color. Motor gonna go through this hole. Let me see. No, it will not. They want me to unplug every one of these wires just to get this fan out of here. Sure. Come out of there now. Oh. Let me knock some of this stuff off. Right here in the front door. What? Dang it. she's gonna get. One place you're gonna find that. Let me put up some of this stuff now. Come on now. Well, one way though, I think it's warm enough for the bug whacker tonight. Well, I guess that's about he.
Groovy.
We're discussing the court situation with Amber.
Yeah, they're saying on there apparently the paper that she had stamped, you know, once she gave them the payment, that's not good enough. They was telling her, oh God, I can't remember what all I said. I was angry at the time.
Tell them what their stamp said.
I had the stamp itself, you know, that they stamped down there in the Macon courthouse thing, clerk's office, or was that clerk of court or whatever it is. It said March 32nd, 2013. So, you know, we're dealing with a real competent group here that knows their dates and how to use that stamp. Jeez. That woman just kept saying that's not good enough, and I just grabbed the phone from Amber. Give me that phone. I said, that was clearly good enough for them. I said, because that's the only thing they gave her in the form of a receipt upon payment. Then she said something about, oh, that won't hold up there. That could be done, you know, this and that. I said, well, here's another thing. I said, it says, written on there, it says you got 14 days to pay, or there's going to be a bench warrant put out for her. I said, check her arrest record. I said, it's non-existent. She doesn't have one because she paid it. God dang, that woman is nuts. Drove me nuts. State attorney lunatic.
And that ain't all we're discussing, but like I say, we can't,
No, that ain't even a quarter of that conversation with Crazy Lady Bob.
we can't record some of the good stuff.
God.